Hello dear traders. Thank you very much for paying attention to our video review. Now we will consider the main fundamental indicators of the company Ford Motor Company, ticker F. This review is based on current data as of July 4, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets company Ford Motor Company belongs to the subcategory Autoprom. 7 companies are involved in the analysis. This is unrepresentative. We start with general information about the company. If you want, you can pause it. You can consider all the parameters of the organization in question carefully. Access to the table with the structure of company tickers is free and open. I kindly ask you to give a link to the analysis of the company to your friends and acquaintances. Market capitalization of the company Ford Motor Company valued at $51.38 billion. With a market capitalization of the subcategory of $567 billion. Ford Motor Company, F, has a share of 9.057% and is one of the medium-sized companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $42.72 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $513 billion. Ford Motor Company constitutes a share of 8.325%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of market and book value, we will see the following. Share Ford Motor Company, F, in the subcategory in case of assessment of exchange value is 9.057%. The balance sheet capitalization is 8.325%, which is 8% less than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance capitalization in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The analyzed organization's financial liabilities amount to $150.793 billion. Debt to book value is 353% of equity. Rating for the level of the company's financial liabilities. Very bad, -2 points. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 13.3. With an average for the subcategory of 7.3, which is 45% higher than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to profit indicators in comparison within the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $3,922 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are tentatively expected to be $5,887 million. This is 50.1% more than the current figure. An assessment of the estimated future profit indicator in comparison within the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 0.3. The average for the subcategory is 0.6, which is 50% lower than for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock market value to its revenue in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $177,490 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $266,440 million. 50% more than now. Assessment of the estimated future sales volumes in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The sales margin is 2.2%, with an average in the subcategory of 7.7%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 5.5%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 14.974%, which is 65% more than the market capitalization share. And this fact reflects the imbalance in the company's exchange price Ford Motor Company, rather towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $290,000. Whereas in the subcategory there are $480,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 39.6%. Estimation of the amount of market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit per employee is $22,200, with an average for the subcategory of $66,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 66%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Revenue per individual employee of the company is $1,003,000. In the subcategory there are $861,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 16%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares shorted are 3.1%, compared with the subcategory average of 2.3%. This is an assessment of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 66% for the company Ford Motor Company, F. Whereas in the subcategory this level is approximately 50%. On average, shares in the subcategory are valued lower than Ford Motor Company. Comparing the movement of the company's stock price Ford Motor Company and subcategory companies. We can see that over 12 months the stock Ford Motor Company, F, showed a change of -14.3%. Against price dynamics in the 4.5% subcategory. This does not clearly indicate anything, but this fact must be taken into account. Before announcing the final grade, we kindly ask. Write your rating Ford Motor Company in the comments to this review. We read every comment and try to respond to almost every comment. Your responses in the comments help spread the channel Guru.Markets. Total result, -0.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.1 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire stock market as a whole, it can be seen that the average performance of the stock market in the aggregate is 0.4 points. Against the score of -0.5 points Ford Motor Company, F. Let's go to the order table, which is available to everyone. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all publicly made decisions by the help System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on stock valuation Ford Motor Company. Information and reference System.GURU.Markets. The decision was made. Do not open a deal due to the fact that Ford Motor Company, F. This is not the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you very much to the audience for watching this video and for using the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. You are all the coolest audience on the planet.